She blinked, but he couldn't read anything in her eyes. No, I suppose not. Did you move around a lot? A fair bit, yeah. Did you like it? Hard in families, I've heard. If there was one thing Dawson didn't have, it was a family. His teeth ground together, but he managed to say, "It was okay. So no family. I mean, I have a mom and dad," he said. "Two younger brothers. They all live in San Diego area, where I was born." "Have you ever lived somewhere cold?" she asked. "Sure," he said. "Scott Air Force Base is in Illinois, and it gets pretty cold there in the winter. Same at the Air Force Academy in Colorado. I grew up in Georgia," she said. "Never had a snow day. But a great accent," he said, smiling at her, and finally identifying the slight drawl in her voice that had been plunging him all day. Their eyes met and something sharp leapt between them. Didn't it? Dawson couldn't think of a single thing to say, and Charlotte wasn't offering anything in the way of the conversation either. Could she feel the attraction between them? Or does she simply not want to say anything with her accent? Foolishness raced through Dawson, and he broke the connection between them by looking away. "I have a million things to be brought in," she said. "Would you mind helping?" Dawson particularly shot to his feet. "Sure thing." He led the way to the front door and almost yanked it off the hinges with his force, with which he opened it. Why had he said anything about her accent? Was that flirting? He'd been out of the dating game for a while. Even before then, he hadn't been that great at it. The car service she used had left the car, and he turned back to her. "Did you buy this car?" She laughed, the sound fitting away into the huge sky above the house. "No, but I did ask if I could keep it and bring it back later this week. Angie called in, and someone came to get her." She clicked a button on the fob, and the trunk popped open. Dawson and Charlotte stepped over to it at the same time, and he sucked in a breath. "Well, at least I know you don't exaggerate." The trunk was filled with everything from paint rollers, putty, milk and temperature-controlled bag, and cold cuts. He was tired from the late night, the run on the beach, and the fight with the lawnmower, but he filled his arms with everything he could carry and headed back toward the house. Something told him that there would be little time off with Charlotte around. And surprisingly, he didn't mind that at all.